particular version, or this scenario for some reason. Usually under the hoods all over the place. So yeah, we've got no sign of a lab anywhere that I know about yet. Standard lab. I might make my way up to this radio tower so we can map in this huge section north of us here and see if we have any luck. I'd have to hoof it up to that. Maybe park over here at the shelter and then hoof it. Yeah, I don't know. We've covered a pretty good amount of territory and haven't seen a sign of one yet. Not much of a road network over this way. Not too many endpoints on a lot of these roads is the problem. All these stupid trails, so many of these endpoints are trailheads. I hate that. I hate that the road endpoints are trailheads commonly. So yeah, I'm not seeing too many good options for tracking any down either. Nothing down south at the edges of my area that I know of that'll increase my view range significantly. I've never actually been down this way in the daytime to see if the forests open out and let me kind of work my way around this stuff. So we get a good peek at whatever is to the immediate south. But without a regular lab or a school, no schools either. I've already hit all the bookstores in the areas. I'm pretty much out of locations. We're going to have to do some driving, I think. And we're boxed in by a lot of trees, so I'm not sure what we're going to be able to do there. So I got to kind of decide what order we want to try to do things in. We're not going to die from the bionics. With the spells that we acquired, we can keep ourselves alive, no problem. So that, at least that's no longer a serious issue or consideration. We had some not super close calls, but some worries about all of the acid damage getting ahead of my fast healer trait. But we survived that. So I haven't worked on a vehicle or put together a mobile solution. I'm wondering if I should do that. That way we could take our travels on the road until I track down the locations that I need. Because we've just about looted out all these local ones for useful stuff. There are places you can check progress of the next stable release? Soon? Last time I looked, they had 56 items on the list to clear before they initiated a code lockdown. So, originally, October was to be the time frame. I'm not sure if I would expect it by the end of the year at this point. Well, I got a Rivtech battle rifle. I got that off of a lucky drop. But no other labs. We found 2 labs so far. This is an above-ground entrance to the exact same style of lab we just came out of. So I could go into this one again now that we're better geared up. I've already cleared the entrance for it and looked for my... But what I'm worried about is I went into this before they added the tools. So I'm worried if I go into this one, I'll just be wasting my time because the game world or the local area has already been generated and the items have been generated within the reality bubble of that. So I suspect if I go in there, I am not going to have any chance of finding the separation funnel that I need. So I don't really need anything else it might have. So I'm loath to go in there because it's going to be a repeat of the same type of lab we just came out of. Very low mutagens of any kind, very low book count, very low of anything else. It's mostly just random drops off of scientists, which could be good, but I don't know. I just don't know if I've got it in me to do another one of those when I know the chances of getting what I need are actually fairly low. I don't have vehicles here that I would normally use for a travel vehicle, Humvee being my favorite, of course. I've got a few vehicles parked upstairs, so I've got the workings of whatever I want to do. I don't know. I've already got the mechanic skill I need to do all the work. I've got all the tools. We've got the engine crane and the welding cart. So I can pretty much do whatever I want with the vehicles to put together one. But the only thing I don't have on site is cargo spaces. And I know we've got some of those not too far away. I forget. I think there's a cargo vehicle down this way that I can pull cargoes off of. I think there's 2 right here. Yeah, 2 cargo spaces right there to get me started. So getting the cargo spaces wouldn't be that big a deal. As soon as I get these 2 put in the vehicle, that'll give me enough to haul more. I can carry one and put one in each of those. So, what to do? Now that I know I'm not going to die... The other thing is evolution. I don't know exactly when I'm going to start seeing the evolved zombies. It's really hard for me to tell nowadays once they changed the start date and things got really weird. So... yeah. I've got it set to 0.5. 0.5. Default is 4. I tried 2, which is what I always used to use, double speed. That didn't get me anything. I tried 1, 4 times evolution in the last challenge. That barely got me any by the time the challenge was over. So I decided 0.5, and here we are in day 54. We're 24 days in. And I still haven't seen any upgraded zombies. I think we saw 1. We saw 1 boomer, I think it was. So, yeah, I don't know if I'm racing evolution. A lot of times my decisions I make and how long I spend doing things is based on my knowledge of when I can start to expect the nasty zombies. I know I have to get to certain protection and weapons and gear and so on by certain points. I can't seem to find the number that's actually useful. It used to be I knew exactly when I would face that, but ever since they changed the start date to 30 days and they put in that extra option for the evolution time, I just can't find a good number to use. So, I don't know. I may go back to 00 dates again, where I was seeing evolved zombies on day 7. At least that gave me a challenge. It was a little irritating, but to have predators coming after me 7 days in, but we survived a number of them, so I might go back to that. Because yeah, I'm getting kind of tired of all the base zombies, and that's all I'm seeing. We got some stuff I don't need at the moment. Dump that. So, do I finish up my skills? Do I start working on the vehicle? I can't do anything with the bionics. I could do a little bit more with the magic, but that just is another time sink. I don't know. I'm kind of torn. The map is not being helpful. We do have a road we haven't explored going down that way. Other road heading out that way, across the bridge. Other than that, we got a massive forest with one... No, that road doesn't go through. None of those roads. Oh, that road there does go through. But I'd have to go through the middle of the city. Another radio tower. Rather hit that radio tower. Good sized city up there, but again, no way to get to it but going through this city. Which it looks like we might have a clear path through. Come out this way and come up. Trail here denotes it's going to be forest, solid forest. So we'd have to come into this city before we could transition up. So yeah, I don't know. Definitely wouldn't mod either the sports car or the solar vehicle. Definitely not the luxury RV. So that leaves pretty much these two, the SWAT truck and the military cargo truck. And of the two, it'd probably be the SWAT truck. It's got steel plating at least. What does this one got? It does have the military composite. It's just too big. Too big. I don't need anywhere near that much space. I don't know. I like the heavy-duty frame, I like the armored wheels, I like the military composite plating. It's just so big. Hard to maneuver. If I had clear open areas, it'd be fine, but if I have to go through towns and such, maneuvering this thing is really tough. Oh, that's right, it doesn't have a door. Or I go a hunt for a Humvee, or build one from scratch, which I really don't want to do. So yeah, I got a lot of I'm not sure's right now. At the rate we don't have evolution occurring, and that I'm geared up pretty well now, I think I might just finish off the books real quick, get rid of all this stuff, get it done and over with. Won't take very long at all with our bonuses, so... Plus we got a bunch more Thorazine I can take while we try to sleep. It'll help out quite a bit. Alright, let's sleep first. Where are the earplugs? And take a Thorazine. I'm not worried about... I don't need the healing anymore. Just the constant interrupts. And it's almost all the bionics that are keeping me awake, so I think I'll just try to sleep. And we're already tossing and turning. Nah. God, I wish I could get rid of this stuff. The combination of the frail trait and the lack of the healing books, or first aid books, is just kicking my ass on getting rid of those bionics. I got so many things I've got to get done before I can even attempt that. So, let's do... yeah, food's still going to be a problem. Alright, gas lantern on. Let's do... Hey, Federico! Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm sorry the time zone thing makes the live streams impractical. I know it's tough for... Am I doubling up my notifications for some reason? Doesn't look like I got multiples loaded up here. Not sure why it's doing that. Kind of weird. But yeah, I know it's kind of rough for the folks in Europe and elsewhere, of course, to catch some of my live stream stuff. Which is a bit bothersome with the long lag between my live stuff and the premiering on YouTube, so... I've been looking into that for a while. I'm still considering how I'm going to handle that. There's negatives and positives, lots of different ways for me to try to deal with that big back. Well, I call it a future log because it's stretching out into the future for release. Alright, let's do that. Yeah. Nope, not that. Alright, let's do fab. Let's get rid of all these fab books. I'm sick and tired of looking at the fab books. So, glass blowing. Then we should be able to do the firefighter book after that. There's Fab 7, now we got Firefighter. Oh, did they change the Firefighter book? I have 13 intelligence. Yeah, they must have changed the Firefighter book. There's no way that should be the same as... Well, I guess it's half the speed of the other ones, so... I thought it was even faster than 18 minutes, though, with 13 intelligence and the fast reader trait. Yeah, I wonder if they updated that. Oh, we found an autodock. Finding the autodock's not the issue. The issue is that I've got the frail trait and I've got 42 hit points. As soon as I fail an uninstall, we're going to be instantly dead. I can't afford to try to uninstall any of the negative CBMs until I get rid of the frail trait. Otherwise, I'll just insta-kill myself as soon as we fail. It's an interesting combination between the abandoned scenario and the Proto-type Cyborg choice as your starting character. Abandoned scenario forces the frail trait on you, and then if you take the Proto-type Cyborg, you get all the negative bionics on top of that. I think the number of points that are given for it is not enough, basically. Because, like I said, you can take up to upwards of 80 points of damage any of your body parts or all your body parts by failing to uninstall a CBM. And even at absolute maximum skills, you're still going to have like a 25 to 37% fail rate on a number of these bionics. So you will fail, and you will take huge damage. And all I have to do is take medium damage, and I'll just flop over dead instantly. The run will be over. So I have got to take care of that frail trait before I try to remove any of these negative bionics. So it's kind of I think it's an unanticipated difficulty between the abandoned scenario and the Proto-type Cyborg specifically. I don't think whoever set that up realized just what the problem was going to be with this frail trait. So it's the first time I've tried the particular combo, and it didn't occur to me at first what was going on there, what was going to happen. It took me like the first stream before I even figured it out. So I'm glad I did before I tried it. So yeah, I still think that should be a lot lower. I think they changed the firefighting book finally to cost more, or to be longer to read, because I used to really race for the firefighting book because it was so awesomely fast to get 2 levels of fab. So I think they finally adjusted that. But we're gonna do it anyway. We're tired again, that's fine. We're always tired. Good old acid chewing away at my flesh. I gotta go get some more gas too. I forgot about we're about out of gas as well. They did change it? Alright. Kind of figured. I'm okay with it. It was ridiculously fast. for no good reason. Hey there, Superstore Games! Welcome. Alright, so there's Fab 8. I'll get some more books off the list, and we should probably go sleep now. Finish off the last of my pine nuts. Have some more tea. And before we go to bed, we'll go ahead and heal up. Scratching I can actually take care of. Let's go ahead and take the Thorazine. We've got a fair amount of Thorazine now. Well, alright. Apparently the scratching is not taken care of by the Thorazine. I thought it was. Oh, it's the bionic that's causing me itching as well. Alright. Thorazine's not going to help with that. Problem here is I can't stay asleep long enough to get rid of the fatigue, get me far away from the fatigue level. So I'm constantly only allowed to be awake for a short amount of time, so I can't maintain a long period of high focus or really effective reading. Alright, firefighting. Go for it. They tripled it? Yeah, it sounds about right, I guess. Poor firefighting book. You used to be my favorite book. Now you're just another high-level fab book. One of a dozen. Alright, so there's Fab 9. So that gets another big bunch of fab books off my damn reading list. What are we down to for Fab? Arms and Armor of Imperial China. They're all, what, 35 minutes? 35 to 38 with no bonuses anywhere to be seen. Yeah, doesn't really matter which one, I guess. Let's just get it done so I can stop worrying about it. Tired again, what a surprise. Need to go get some meat's what I need to do. Okay, Fab 10. That'll shorten up the list a good amount. Oh, have on my beans and rice before they go bad. And some rhubarb. Deep fried rice. And some... Oops. I forgot to hydrate first. Should have hydrated. Let's go ahead and read a little bit more. Let's do... don't care about shotgun skill. More useful ones have pluses. All right. I could just stay asleep that last little bit once I get rid of the tired status so I could get ahead of the fatigue curve. Just doesn't happen. Nope, out of gas. That's unfortunate. Oops, forgot to bring the gallon jug. Whoa, a zombie actually showed up. Oh, I gotta fix my sword. I keep forgetting things. Let's go with the knife. That took too many swings. Now you know why I hate duplexes? Yeah, I hate duplexes. They're useless. Never find anything in duplexes. I just avoid duplexes. Not worth the time and the effort. Alright. I have no idea how old the Puff playthrough is. If it's premiering now, it's 4 months old. Between 3.5 to 4 months. I've started putting on my more recent series the date that they were live streamed so that people can kind of get an idea and keep track of that. But I haven't been doing that for, I don't know, a month or two. So that the descriptions in the videos haven't caught up to showing that info. Alright. More of that. And what cans I make? Nothing useful. How many more pine nuts? Yeah, let's do that. Dang it. Keep forgetting about that. Alright, finish this up. Alright, there's cooking 8. That takes another big bunch off. I shouldn't need to go any higher than cooking 8. Because the other ones, I'm going to have to make a big pile of mutagens and serums and such, and they'll automatically level me up, so shouldn't need to do any of that. I do have mutagen recipes, so we've got mutagen right there. If I want to make any specialized stuff, I have to have mutagen as a base, so as soon as I start mass producing mutagen, which I need for everything else, it'll auto-level my skill up very, very quickly and easily, so it's kind of pointless to read or anything past cooking 8 if you know you're going to do mutagens. So, the cooking stuff is done. I've got electronics to do, and if I want to, mechanics. And after that, we're pretty much done. So, cooking's done. A couple levels of electronics will be done. Don't care about survival beyond this. Tailoring, kind of the same. Computers, we don't have the SICP, so I can't get that maxed out. And first aid, I don't have the middle book or the end book. So we're missing both of the big books for the main thing that I need. I need first aid more than damn near anything. Could have used that from the very beginning, and wasn't giving it to me. And don't care all that much about the melee stuff. It's so hard and slow to raise nowadays. So, we'll sleep one more time, finish up those last couple, and I can basically ignore books until we've tracked down 3 books that we're missing. Well, 4 technically. 3 for skill and 1 for the mutagen recipe. Alright, so go ahead and put the knife away. So many interruptions. There's several different lines that have traits that would get rid of the frail trait. Medical's not the only one, but with medical I get the secondary bonus of getting the deadened trait, so I don't have to worry about anesthetic. Because I'm going to be removing a big old pile of CBMs, and then hopefully installing a big old pile of CBMs, and therefore I'd like to get the deadened along with the resilient. And get that done that way. Okay. So, last of the pine nuts again. old double acid splash there. Always love it when that happens. Say goodbye to a full bar of health. Alright, there's electronics 8 done. And mechanics, and I'm pretty much done at that point. Maybe I'll do the handguns. I'm going to take one more day of reading to get this finished up. Alright, there we go. So, don't care about survival, don't care about shotguns, don't care about cooking. The only book I have left is the handgun book, which I'll probably go ahead and read. I might have a handgun as a standard equipment. But yeah, other than that, done as high as I need it. Need SICP, so we're missing a book, missing 2 books, done. Don't care, and not ever gonna raise, and yeah, they'll raise or they won't, I don't really care. So yeah, we're just missing 3 books. 3 books for skills, and or for levels, and then the recipe book for medical mutations. So, that's the conundrum I'm dealing with. I gotta raise first aid, and I gotta have books to do that. I gotta raise my computer skill as high as I can, just to help. And even with those, I can't do anything until I get the medical mutation book. No schools. We haven't seen a single school on this map yet. Not one. A hospital, and that is it. That's why I'm debating getting a vehicle put together and moving. Get one of my mobile base vehicles put together and get out of here, because we've already fully looted out all 3 of the cities of all the interesting stuff. There could be regular labs underneath the cities, accessed via house basements, but yeah, chances of finding them is fairly small. And I'd rather go looking around for schools, bunkers, and other towns with libraries. So yeah, I need to update my my challenge note with the fact that I need to go medical mutation post threshold. Let me do that real quick. Alright, a little wordy, a little cumbersome, but that gets the major point across. Oh, yeah. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I haven't done any of the metalworking tools yet. We've accumulated 1 or 2, but I don't know so much that I care about those. We have an arming sword. I want to draw that. Use it on that. That's right, use scrap metal. Oh, I ran out of charge, didn't I? Yep, zeroed out the battery. So we got it partially repaired. 2:37 a.m. It's dark out there. All right, we'll wait until some daylight shows up, and I'll finish that up. Alright, let's go do one more sleep session, finish up that last book, and then we'll be good to go. I'm forgetting to put my weapon away first. Fail, 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 fail. I think I will have pressed, by the time this challenge is over, I'll probably have pressed some key associated with trying to sleep a couple thousand times. Oh my god. So many key presses every time I try to go to sleep. Not my favorite gameplay mechanic. Forcing player keyboard interactions over and over and over again. Find some other way to make a consequence for a trait. Don't make me press 4 million keys just to appease the sadistic nature of the devs. Alright, we're just tossing and turning now. Is the volume on... What do you mean volume on food? Food's always had a volume. I don't know what you mean. Food has always had a volume. Far back as I can remember. Food's always had a volume. Don't know what to tell you. Alright, so... let's have some pistachios, some pretzels... and that'll probably be enough for now. And chocolate bar. Oh, you mean on this screen? That could be different. I mean, this screen has undergone so many changes in the last few months. We've now got this info. It could be the volume is new. I'm not real sure. I'm not even sure why anybody cares. Who demanded there be a volume column in the consume item screen? I'm trying to think of a time I have ever once decided I really would like to know what my larger volume or smaller volume item was before I ate something. I can't think of a time I have ever cared. So that could definitely be new. I don't honestly know about that. I've never bothered looking. I don't know. Does it contribute to fullness, and why would I care? You're min-maxing your fullness to the degree that you're counting out 0.01 volume as compared to 0.03 volume. I think you need help in other ways, but whatever. The whole point of the food system changes was so you wouldn't have to sit there and min-max your stomach all the way up to absolutely infinitesimally crammed full, so you didn't have to bother with it again. That's just me, though. I don't see a point to it. Alright, bring Gorge, focus is good. Let's get this last book done. Not even sure I have any. Do I have any pistols? Did I pick up any pistols? Alright, there we go. All done. We've completed the reading challenge. Don't care, don't care, don't care, and the rest of them are finished. So, yay, I guess. Now I don't have to worry about that anymore. We can turn our attention to other things. 2:30 a.m., so still not a good time to go up there and work on that. Meat soup. Mushy pickles. So, only books left that I would care about are the magic books. All right. Tired again. See if we can get wake up in the daytime. Tired but tossing and turning. Love it. Alright, there's finally we got a pretty good long sleep cycle right there at the end. Hopefully that got us a little further through the fatigue period. Excuse me. Alright, let's go get this taken care of first. Come here, engine crane. Come here, welding rig. Let's... You have one storage battery? One storage battery. Never gonna move you again, most likely, so I'm gonna take yours. Which is, wait, right there in the middle. I might be able to get it because of the broken parts. Yay! Alright, storage batteries out. I need my welding gear. I forgot. 3 pairs of goggles. Excuse me? Now what am I missing? Oh, that's right. Wait a minute. Oh, this is gonna suck. I need a welder in order to install the storage battery. Alright, that part sucks. How to do this? No, I'm not going through that whole process. I'm gonna rip the welder out of here, bolt it into that vehicle, put the storage battery in, and then I'll have everything I need. Just not sure the order I'm gonna have to do this in. Maybe mold. Oh, that's right. I don't care about the mold. Alright, remove. Plating's not what I wanted, damn it. I wanted the board. And that board. Alright, welding rig is in, and I'm gonna need, that's got the zeroed out battery, 63, and a sports car. I think I'm gonna grab your battery temporarily. Let's move you out of the way a bit. Lifting tool. Technically, I could do a swip swap here where I could get the storage battery into that welding cart, but might as well just put it in the vehicle and go with it. All right, so right there. So we now have battery power, and I could pull the small battery out now and put it back where I got it, just in case. In case I need this vehicle going. Oh, did I drop the battery? Apparently I did. Alright, so sports car is no worse for wear, and we've got the welding gear into the SWAT truck. So I'd rather do the SWAT truck. It's not much shorter than this, but I've done it before in a SWAT truck, and it works just fine. I don't really care about having all the fancy armor and everything on the vehicle. So we're going to go with this setup. Alright, let's get the other obvious things done. O'clock. Have to think about that. All right. Gonna need a few heavy-duty frames off of one of the other vehicles. Oof, off-road sucks in the SWAT truck. That's why I hate this SWAT truck. Now I remember. It's so slow in off-road. Ugh. 69%. Alright, we're gonna have to swap the wheels out too. That'll help a bit. Maybe I'll add in an extra set. We'll see how heavy things get. So we got the welding rig in, we got the kitchen unit in. I need some tanks. Always need multiple tanks. I want at least 2 more tanks. And gotta repair things up. Get the frames. All gonna take a bit of time. And the cargo spaces. Drive over. Gonna be one at a time, no matter what. Now let's just run for 4 o'clock. Safe mode on. This is when a owlbear comes hopping out of the forest after me. All right. And we're gonna lose the light before we get this one in. Oh, cool. All right, so we got 2 of the cargo spaces in. It's gonna be, what am I gonna do? Cargo, 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 workbench, and I'm not sure. I may or may not put something there. We need to find a couple more cargo. 1, 2, 3, 4 at least. 4 to 5. And we'll have to do a full day of repairs on it as well. Why the hell is that here? Not sure what created that. Forgot my home base again. Love it. Alright, workbench. Leave that over here for now. Go workbench. Install that in the morning. And alright, so put the workbench in, we'll get the tires swapped over. Do a full round of repairs, get the tanks in. So yeah, we got a bunch of stuff to get done. Not tired yet. Let's do shelled nuts and don't want to work with light on out there. Guess I could. Yeah, I guess it's not dangerous. Alright, this thing done, and yeah, it's good where it's at. Alright, me tank and that one. That'll be all the tanks that I need. Whoops, not strong enough. Alright, that's why I brought the bottle jack. Lots of armor. Alright, we got tanks, we got the armored wheels. I think I'm just going to completely swap them out. We'll remove the 24s and we'll put all 632s in this thing. Hopefully that gives me a decent off-road. And then the 2 tanks, of course. Let's see. Yeah. A tool with drilling of 2 or more? I'm missing a tool? How am I missing a tool? That's new to me. Alright. It's new to me. I don't remember ever needing a drilling tool when doing this. Which is gonna be pretty annoying. Because I didn't bother picking up, I don't think, anything with drilling, because I've never seen a use for it. So I'm gonna be pretty annoyed when I can't do this. Huh. Yeah, I don't have a single drill of any kind. But I've never had to use one. Alright. God damn it. I can make a cordless drill easier than I can make a hand drill. That's funny. Hand drill needs an anvil. I'm trying to avoid the whole metalworking thing. Mold I can do easy. Power converter I think I can also do. Yeah, well now not so much. This place doesn't have a computer in it, does it? I don't think it does. Nope, no computers.